Welcome to Athens, Georgia, Sanford Stadium, home to the Georgia Bulldogs, where more than 90,000 have already started to bark loudly. What we have in store for you today, a clash between a couple of SEC teams that could have season-long ramifications. As we'll see, the Ole Miss Rebels taking on the winners of 7 straight, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. So the Ole Miss Rebels return man hardly helped out the offense with that one. And here's the man they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivers when the game is on the line.
They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. Throws to the wideout. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year, and things haven't necessarily gone their way. They've had to fight a ton of adversity, but, David, they believe they have the leadership in the locker room to turn it around, but it's got to start today.
Yeah, one at a time. Like, we got to start today. We got to find something. We got to find what we're really good at, what we can hang our hat on, so we can start to build some momentum throughout the season. Obviously, not the start we wanted, but we got to point to the next opportunity.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Looking downfield at Simmons. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on 3rd down. 4th down coming up.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. So Georgia's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And they seem to believe that they can take big plays away and man coverage by just locking him up in this matchup, David.
And it's hard to lock down a great wide receiver, but a great defensive back versus a great wide receiver, we got a showdown.
Yeah, let's be honest, David. Most defenses don't have a dude like that at cornerback that could do that in a game like this, but this matchup is unique, and it's going to really determine the outcome of the game.
Wrestled to the ground after picking up the 1st down. And those hairy dogs taking a bite out of another 1st down.
You don't usually find Georgia teams that complicate things. They know who they are, and it starts with running the football, establishing the line of scrimmage. That's what the dogs do. 1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got to burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
And how about that defense? In the backfield, nowhere to go right away. You could tell they were playing the run game all the way, and they got in the backfield and got the tackle for a loss.
From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that 1st down. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
And that's a great job by this defense. You don't care about yards anymore. Yards are arbitrary. Let them drive down the field so keep touchdowns off the board, and they might have just done that with a sack right there.
Well, look at this. 4th down and 1.5 miles, and the offense is still on the field. Quarterback will audible. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Intercepted. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 40. Able to stay on his feet and get the ball to the 21-yard line.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat.
And a nice job finding my wide receiver. And then how about the wide receiver turning into a running back, getting upfield, getting some positive yards, and getting the first down.
Dropping back, it's Simmons. Coming after it. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
On 2nd down, wants to throw. Trying to get to it. And that one's going to be over everybody's head and incomplete.
Well, the defense is making some big plays here right up against their own goal line. They forced 2 straight incompletions, now setting up 3rd down. You're expecting pass again. Is this a situation where they're going to want to blitz, or do they stay back, play zone, and try to break on the ball?
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
It is true as he puts 3 on the board. Hold on just a second. Flag on the field. Let's see what's up with that. Can't make contact with the kicker like that. A costly special teams penalty. You've got to know your path in front of the kicker. Offense comes back on the field. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, looking for the score. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. They're trying to get to it. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does, takes advantage of great field position.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. James Madison is ahead in this one. This team plays a fun brand of football there in Harrisonburg, but they're a long way from closing this out. By 7 over Coastal Carolina. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. With jet sweep pass. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. This offense set up with a 2nd and short. Touch pass on the jet sweep. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. Trying to pick it up on the ground.
Nice job by this offense converting the third down. Listen, third and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. Third downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Running back goes in motion. Back to pass, it's Witherspoon. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
It's really early in the game right now, and if it's 4th and short, 4th and medium, maybe I see going for it, certainly. But 4th and long, that's a situation I think you got to punt and just let the game play out. Trust your defense a little bit more.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They'll leave it with him. They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
Snagged in the middle, it's Williams. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give them a first down. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
And off from the shotgun. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on third down. Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. No good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
And that's just the chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, Dave, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. They'll ride the hot hand. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Georgia comes quickly to the line. They've really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew the challenge ahead of them, but they also know how talented they are. And, David, they're putting that on display each and every week here in SEC play.
And let's pump the brakes, because if they're happy with what they've done so far, they're going to have some losses. Like, this is a tough league. The SEC is not easy to navigate. They're going to have to continue to grow and get better, but it's a heck of a start.
Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. Inside the 45. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Touch pass on the run. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
He'll just keep slinging it. And the pass hits, picked off. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Don't just get the ball, score with the ball, and the defense did. This time it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender, seeing that ball in the end zone, eyes get big as saucers, go jump on that puppy, secure it, get you a touchdown.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. He'll start the return inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Line gets set, 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
They're going to get him for a safety. Tried to make something out of nothing and still got stuck for the 2. So after giving up the deuce on the safety, now they'll be able to kick it away without a rush from the 20. Return is brought down at the 39. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put...
And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Defensive backs have tough jobs. I mean, you think about whether you play nickel, whether you play dime, whatever it is, you put more DBs on the field. It's more speed. It's more guys that can cover, but they also got to cover that ground. But to cover the ground and make the pick, a lot of times you don't see that. Superb effort by that guy.
They're setting up the screen. He makes the stop, and a nice pickup there on 1st down. Leaves them in 2nd and manageable. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Wants to throw. It's Simmons. Pressure coming. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. 3rd play of the drive, and they need to take advantage of this field position by making something happen on 3rd. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the 1st one they've used this half. The Rebels will call on their punt team. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them back. Right around. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fellow on the sidelines, be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Looking to go up top on first down. The sweet feet buy a little time. At the 40, there he goes. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And another first down.
He's going to pass. Blasted as he lets it go. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Looking to throw on second down. Going to take a shot at this DB. Makes the grab down the left side. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia!
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, time for everyone inside that stadium in Athens to take a deep breath and kind of digest what we just saw. And it's been a clinic in fundamental defensive football. Both teams have been relentless in ball hawking, refusing to give an inch. This is the kind of slugfest that real football fans love. Crushing tackles and dudes flying into gaps and passing lanes. A testament to the discipline both of these teams have shown. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Dooley Field inside Sanford Stadium.
Ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They have the lead to start the third quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead and you try to stay optimistic with your team, but you also say, guys, if we had taken care of the football, this lead would be even bigger, and we might have already knocked them out already, Palmer.
It's just about eliminating mistakes at this point. You're right. This thing would be over if they hadn't shot themselves in the foot. So ball security, that is at a premium as this game goes on.
Looking to pass. It's Witherspoon. Quickly complete. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. On the move, he fires. That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. And the Bulldogs getting set on 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. They'll go to the ground. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. The defense is backed up as the offense is in the red zone. Running the red zone, it's Robinson. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He's looking for an open man on second down. Throw into the end zone, it's picked off. And the offense came out aggressively here in the second half, but they can't put the drive together and spit it up on the turnover.
I'll tell you, this defense has a lot of athletes, and they've got a lot of guys with ball skills. If you put the football anywhere around them in their vicinity and their ability to catch the football, they'll come down with it. This quarterback has got to be way more careful here in the second half.
Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. He's out of bounds after a really nice game, but there is a marker on the field. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. From the gun, the running back has it. Pushed his way ahead. Really good run to get it out to the 20, a pickup of 5. And the Rebels will hustle to the line. Now the play fake. Getting some heat. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive. Trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. The Rebels will line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Man, you see running backs in college football, these guys are... put in space, do a really good job putting him in space, running the angle, getting him towards the middle of the field, try to get him the football so he can make somebody miss and make a big play, but you got to get the football first. He's got to catch that first before he looks to try to get those yards after the catch.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the...
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
The incomplete pass, fourth down, fails, and they'll turn it over.
That is just a play you have got to be able to come up with. They don't get bigger than that. Fourth down, you've got to make the catch. Whether it's a perfect throw or whether it's off of your body, you're good enough and you're athletic enough to haul that play, and you've got to make the play for your quarterback and your offense to keep that drive alive, and he's not able to come up with it.
Couldn't get anything done on first down. Now 2nd and 10 from the 46. Back to throw, it's Simmons. Finds his back in the middle. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. Use the play fake, now to throw. He lost it high and deep down the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. After they couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Get it out on the screen. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit him for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch. Make the run. Get the first down.
Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete. I think at this point you might as well try to throw the ball down the field because this dog defense is not giving an inch.
They don't give an inch. They hunt the whole entire game. And they're all highly recruited kids. They're all talented. They're all going to get drafted. But they play for each other. They play with fight. They play with aggression. And that's why you always see them near the top of the defenses in all of college football.
Just does not like to be tackled, discarding guys and getting to the 21.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Back to throw, it's Simmons. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
It is good. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Iowa State needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with that crowd there in Ames behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Baylor. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
It definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
They'll run it from the gun. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
I tell you what. Success on the ground. I think you two knuckleheads could call plays. I mean, that's how easy it is for this offense right now. They got the ground game working. It's really easy. Now you can open up for other things, but you guys could even try your hand because they're dominating right now.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
He'll try to do it himself. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. They have given it up on all 3 of their previous 4th down tries. Can they keep the drive alive here? Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 4th down, looking to pass. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. This is the biggest drive of the game, but the offense has to stay cool. No reason to panic. Then again, panicking is never a good idea, is it? Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. And here comes the offense on second down. Scanning the field, it's Simmons. Pocket starts to... Oh, the ball popped out. That's a way to mess up a drive. Quickly gets back on top of it and prevents a turnover. Good presence of mind by the quarterback there to not panic when the ball went on the ground and able to get it back.
I'd just like to see better ball security, Reese, from the quarterback, too. You know, you got to keep two hands on the ball at all times. It doesn't matter. You're looking downfield. You know you're going to have guys around you trying to swat away at the football. Got to keep 2 points of pressure minimum on that ball. The quarterback lucky to follow on.
And this offense has got to find a way to get some gimmies, some layups, some screens. They need some yaks, some yards after the catch. They got to find some guys that can make some plays for this offense because it's just boom.
Lost one deep down the right side. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. First down here for the offense. He wants to throw. He lets one fly deep. He's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Dogs. They add on another score, and now that record so close to going to 8-1 on the season.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
He's looking to throw. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner goes down. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Back to throw, it's Simmons. Swings it out to his running back. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. He's going to pass on second down. They're working that left side. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Going up top on first down. They're bringing heat. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
And sometimes you got to know when to give it up, right? As a quarterback, you feel it. You can't hold it that second too long when bad things can really happen. You could tell the clock went off, and he was throwing that puppy away.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. A shot toward the end zone. And the ball is intercepted. A veteran in this defense stayed locked in on his rules and made the interception.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
Quarterback checking off. They're going to open this drive with a pass. They get to him as he throws. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He holds it in, and nobody's close. There he goes to the right. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Bulldogs. That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the fourth, and now they can smell 8 straight wins.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Keep fighting. Keep showing your coaches it matters. And maybe find something positive here late that you can build on for the weeks to come.
To the air, it's Simmons. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Offense takes a timeout, 27 seconds left.
Really nice job by quarterback and wide receiver. This is why you do film work. This is why you throw on air all offseason. I know I get zone coverage. I know exactly where I'm breaking. I know exactly where to deliver the football. Nice throw, nice catch.
The offense will use a timeout. Clock is stopped with 22 seconds left.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity, because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks this quarterback has taken is the biggest reason why they're going to lose this game.
Feeling some heat. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. Timeout called by the defense. 13 seconds to go. Despite failing earlier on fourth down, they will try again here.
And how about this defense taking care of business? Keeping that guy under 200 yards is a heck of a day. Their offense has obviously done their job too, and this has been an absolute beatdown.
A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. So you might expect to see victory formation. Instead, you will see a field goal attempt. Good right down the boulevard. And that will extend their lead even further. So as it turns out, a 2-play drive results in a field goal. That last field goal was huge. Now it takes a touchdown to beat you and not a lot of time to get it if you cover the kickoff well. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. No more room to run. They make the tackle right there, and the clock is at 0, and that's how this one will end.